Hey everyone, TG here with Simpler Trading. Wanted to do a quick follow-up since we've got quite an answer today from the video that I made 2 days ago. And be sure to check that video out. It is going to be linked below. That way you can see what I was talking about the other day. Because what we were coming in, I was trying to give some technical analysis here about where the market would be going with the challenges and the chop that we've been having. So the day that I made the video was here. So we have today's Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and I was saying that things were looking fairly well. You know, I was like to see that the 15-minute 50 is positive and over the 15-minute 200. And then we can also see here on the hourly chart, we can see at the time that price was up there. Now go back and check out that video because I explained things about the daily chart and the hourly chart with the Moxie indicator and what I'm looking at. But when we had the FOMC minutes yesterday, basically it was a whole snooze fest. You know, they're going to keep rates low. They're not going to do anything with that. They're going to kind of respect the market, whatever. But what I was looking at is the devil's kind of in the details. And what I said in the video on Tuesday was, I want to see price for the earliest that I will go in on a position. I want to see price start to engage and respect the 15-minute 50. And as of yesterday, and even throughout the day, I mean, just the fact that there was basically no action going on throughout the day, that kind of had me concerned. But by the end of the day, look right here. Let me actually get an arrow on that so we can, right there. So notice by the end of the day. So see how price got underneath the 15-minute 50? That's the magenta color line. You see how price tried to get up over it and then got rejected by it by the end of the day? Devil's in the detail. That's what it looks like. And we could see the same thing on the hourly chart. I said, look, I want to see price respect the hourly 50. Now let me change this so that we can actually see it a little bit better. I'll use bars that we can see where price closed. And if we zoom in on that, do that a little bit better. There we go. You can see that price actually closed below the hourly 50 by the end of close yesterday. So not the easiest to work with, but that's how I work with things. And let me show you a couple other examples in my own trading that shows that same kind of concept. So RCM, I was looking at this to come into the hourly 50 and move up from there. And on the 15-minute, you can see as of Tuesday, price got underneath the 15-minute 50. More to it, and this, we'll be getting into the Moxie indicator in the next couple months once I start going public with it. But you can see here that on the 15-minute time frame, the Moxie indicator was operating underneath 0, and in combination with price underneath the 15-minute 50, that told me that I needed to get out. So I entered here a few days ago, and I got out here Tuesday when price couldn't hold the 15-minute 50. And then another example was MDB. Now I hadn't gone in on this one, but it's something that I was watching closely, mostly because if we look at the daily chart, I was looking at price hopefully following the daily 50. There was a nice move on the 15-minute chart here. You see here how it followed the 15-minute 50 right on up. And I was looking to see if this thing was actually going to support. I thought maybe it was going to flag into the hourly 50 and continue on up. But if we look closely on the 15-minute, we can see here that over the last few days, price got underneath the 15-minute 50, underneath the 15-minute 50, and then just kept trending on down. So that's why that was a non-entry for me. So hopefully that gives you some answers and some explanations for things, especially with the way the market is treating itself today. So as I said, go back, check out that video and see what I was talking about. And then where we go from here, basically I'm hands off. I am hands off until I see something more constructive shape up. You know, as I said, my first start is I always want to see price engage with the 15-minute 50 first. What I am kind of looking at is I'll be curious to see what happens when price gets down to kind of the double bottom area. Now, as I said, I'm basically hands off until I see something more constructive, but I will be just interested to see what shapes up there. And even once it reaches there, it might be a few days until the 15-minute 50 catches up, and then price can actually get on top of it.